What's going on, everybody? It's Chance back with you, and we've got another team roping heading tip video. And today's topic is to get that control of your rope that we all want, right? I mean, the more control you've got with your rope, the higher percentage catching you're going to have, right? That's right. And so this is something that I see a lot of headers, and I mean, you could even look at this as from a heeling side, but I want to focus on headers today. Something that I see a lot of people do, and I don't think they realize they're doing it. And so I'm going to show you something you can practice on the dummy, and you'll break all that. This will be a new habit for you. That's what it's all about, getting on the dummy, repetition, creating habits, muscle memory, and changing the game. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. Alright, so it's actually real simple. Now I'm going to say this is not for somebody that's like under a 3 or 4, so this is something that somebody that has a good swing, that ropes pretty well, just wants to be able to better their roping. This is for you. This is just something that like I said, I see all the time. I'm gonna video it here, and then I'll step back and actually rope the steer. But it's mainly just in your swing. It's about having control of your loop, and it's just something that I've been over, from practicing on the dummy a lot and all. It's kind of something that I've noticed that's been able to help me to have more control, and so I want to share with you guys. So basically what it is, it's where you have your hand when you're swinging your rope. Okay, where do you have your hand? I don't know, you may have tried this, but where do you, I'll turn to the side, where do you have your hand when you're swinging your rope? What I often see is a lot of people that, they may be late, so they're running to the steer, they got their hand way up here, out in front of them, or maybe the steer's going to the right, going to the fence because your heeler ain't getting up there, you know what I'm saying, you've been there. So the steer's going to the right, and so they start putting their hand way out here to the right, and what that does is you lose all your control and all your power. And so what I want you to focus on through this, and I want you to take this and do it on the dummy, but I want to show you where you want to have your hand. Where you're going to have the most control of the rope with your hand is going to be basically by your ear. You want to be directly out from your ear, and you want to be a little bit over a 45-degree angle from your elbow to the top of this right here needs to be, you don't want to be quite a 90, okay? Because what you can do is you can actually see this if you'll just play around with this next time you're roping. If you're at a 90-degree angle, you're going to see only strength you have in your hand is going to be right in this area, and then some of your bicep. But then if you turn it in more closer to like a 45, then you've got more strength from your shoulder and your upper body, and that's what we want. We want to be able to control the loop from our shoulder and upper body, but that's not the main thing I want to also show you, so stick with me. But this is the first thing I want you to see, is so you want to be at your ear, and I'm going to get into why this works, but you want to be at your ear straight out, and you want to be a little more in than a 90. So I mean, about like that when you're swinging. And what you want to do is when you're roping your dummy, you want to just repeatedly try to build that muscle memory, that habit of that's where you're at. And then even when you're roping steers, even if you're getting outran, you want to keep that hand right there. Because when you get out here, when you get out in front of yourself like that, you lose all your power. Only thing you're controlling your rope with is your wrist and your forearm. And you've got a low percentage of catching steers. Let's be honest, the rope don't go where you want it to go because you don't have no power. You don't have any power. So you want to keep that hand above the ear. Why do you want to do that? Think about it. Think about it. You got your hand right here, and you want a flat loop. But we're going to get, that's another video. May already be on here by now on my channel, but that's another video. But you want a flat loop, But here's how it works. Here's why it makes a difference. Think about it. The closer your hand is to your brain, the more control you have with your hand, which in turn you have more control with your rope. Make sense? I know that sounds odd, but think about it. If your hand's way out here, think about this. Have you ever watch somebody throw a dart at a dartboard? They don't have the dart way out here, you know, doing that right there. They've got it right here close to their face. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you're spot on. And it's the same way with your roping. If you got it way out here, you don't have any control. If you got it way up here, you don't have any power. And so that's why you want to be directly out from the ear and a little under a 45-degree angle. I'm going to show you what that looks like if I was starting my swing. If I was starting my swing, so a 9. That's it right there. That's where I'm going to have the most power, the most control of my rope is right there. You start opening yourself up like this, I really got no control. If I'm way out here, I really got no control. Right here is where the control is. You need to get out on the dummy and try this. I'll step back and rope it one time. That's it right there. I know you can't see the dummy, but that was awesome. No, I'm just kidding. But for real, practice that. Get out on the dummy. That's why we rope the dummy, right? We're trying to create habits. You don't want to create bad habits. You want to create good habits. So think about that when you're roping the dummy. Alright, yeah, that's the tip. Actually, there's another video that I'm going to have. Probably, we'll stick it right over here. It's going to be 2 things that nobody talks about, team roping heading tips. Watch that video as well. It's two really cool things that I just kind of work on the dummy that I don't see anybody talking about. Check that video out. Subscribe to the channel, man. Go ahead, like the video, and check out the merchandise, RiderClothingCompany.com. Link is in the description. We got caps, sunglasses, lanyards. We got everything a rider needs, basically. So click on that. It's in the description. Check it out. And all right, guys.